having a hard time today. I have all these things I need to do because it's the beginning of the week, and I tried really hard to relax this weekend because I've been dealing with a lot with trying to apply the new things with my personality, finding out I'm an INFP. I'm trying to be more authentic to that, and I do feel like I'm getting better or being more aware of it, but I have certain habits and behaviors, strategies of dealing with situations that aren't necessarily healthy for me, for my personality, and it's just like how I deal with stress. I think I have a big issue feeling like it's okay for me to listen to myself in those situations, or that I have time to take the time to care about how I feel and how things are affecting me. I just feel like it's so easy and fast for me to switch to extroverted thinking and to just like sort of basically erase myself from my awareness, like as far as like my feelings, ignoring them and sort of like repressing them and not even really paying attention to what they might be, and just only focusing on like what needs done, what's the most practical thing, and go push and like don't take any breaks, don't do what I feel like doing. It's like I've tried to learn to placate myself, but it's not the same. Even though it helps sometimes, it's not the same as really caring or as really listening more fully to what I need. It's just, I get afraid of that when it affects other people. Like when I have things to do where the responsibilities that I've taken on and agreed to, and then how I feel if I listen to it, it might affect that. And I know that once I'm aware of how I feel, it's much harder for me to ignore it. So I feel like I have a habit of just repressing it as a first reaction in order to not risk causing problems or risk failing at what I view as necessary, or what I view as like what I need to get done or what I'm responsible for. So I feel like I was having a day like that today. I wake up and my brain is already racing ahead and trying to figure out, and it's like, I don't know how I'm gonna organize all these things. I don't know. I need to take a shower because I feel dirty and gross in my hair. It's like, it's okay, but it's sticking out weird, and it's just like funny the way that my hair gets when it starts to get oily. And I know that I'm spending all this time, investment into my dreadlocks, and if they get really oily, the hair gets looser, or some of them might start to come out because they need to stay dry, and clean. And I want to, but I just find showering so boring for the effort. And it's like just picturing ahead how boring it is. It's like it's planning it that makes me not want to do it, because it's like the amount of effort, like, or the feeling, I don't know, like when I imagine taking a shower, I just dread it. And I feel that way about other things like shopping sometimes too, but I also feel like that's how I picture whether I'm ready to do something. If it's something I already know how to do, then I imagine, like, can I do that in a few minutes, or today, or tomorrow, or whatever. I try to picture what would that feel like to me, and it feels like dread. But it doesn't always feel that way. Sometimes I can tell whether I'm in the right mood to do it or whether I'm capable, and sometimes I feel like it's fun, especially like, say, grocery shopping. If I'm gonna get food that I want to eat, I can feel happy about that. And sometimes that's enough. Or say, like, if I feel good about how I look or I'm wearing clothes that I like, then I feel like it's more fun to go outside my apartment. But right now I feel like my hair is dirty and grody, and that's not all, because, like, sometimes I just don't care about that and I don't even think about how other people might feel or look at me. But it's like when I'm feeling like this, I just feel so self-conscious, and it almost, like, I almost can't even cope with it to be aware of like how strong my feelings are about it. And I think that's why I'm like just trying to block it out. I don't know. And so it's like, yeah, I need to take a shower, but then when I think about taking a shower, I still don't want to take one. It still feels horrible that it's having these other effects. Like, now I can't go grocery shopping I because I didn't take a shower, and I only have so much time, because my husband and I share a car. I only have so much time to use it in between um, lunch and work. I mean, that's just one example. Everything has time limits. There's not like endless amounts of time for any different thing. And when I get like this, I get even more concerned about time management, and I'm like thinking of everything, or what's the most efficient use of the time. And I just feel unyielding about it. Like having to give in to any aspect of my feelings that causes things to be less efficient, or say, like, I'm not in the frame of mind to do grocery shopping well, and so I will buy things that I realize I didn't need, or buy too much food for the week that we don't end up eating, and I have to throw some of it away because it goes bad before we ate it, because I couldn't organize it in my mind and I couldn't realize that it was too much. And then, like, money is being wasted, and I feel stressed about that kind of stuff. Like, I feel afraid to go when I don't feel ready because of stuff like that. um I don't know. So it just feels really difficult. I'm trying to write some blog posts. I've started last week. I have a bunch of notes, but I just feel blocked about really sitting down and organizing it. I feel stressed. I just feel like there's all these things up in the air about what is expected of me, but at the same time, I think, like, part of what's stopping me is just trying to put it on other people to decide what I should be allowed to do and not, when that doesn't make me happy. I care what they think and I want to work things out with them, but I know that also, like, I could put myself forward and choose for myself what works for me and see if that can work, instead of just waiting to be told or trying to figure out what someone else wants. And I realize that it just feels harder than that, though. And I don't feel confident that I can do it. Like, I don't feel very sure. I can picture failing a lot easier than I can picture succeeding at it, and I know that some of that is just like the concept of what you've experienced before, and just because I haven't done it yet doesn't mean I can't do it. But I don't know what it looks like. But I know that that means I just have to try, but I just feel so stuck today. Anyway, I thought maybe talking about it out loud might help me just get my thoughts out there, my feelings out there. I just feel like paralyzed when I get like this because I know that parts of it are unreasonable, and I feel like my feelings just want to hold me back, and supposedly that's not what I'm supposed to do, and I know that they're responsibilities, and I don't want to just hide from everything, but I don't know how to push through without doing it the wrong way sometimes, because there's a difference between pushing through in like an open way, like taking a chance and trying things, and controlling and forcing it, like regardless of whether it's even working or whether it's helpful. And in like the forcing it way just feels like it makes you so depressed, and it just feels like it's killing my soul, like, because it makes sense, like when you think about the functions, because like INFPs have introverted feeling first and extroverted thinking last, and they're kind of like the opposite of each other. So if I switch to extroverted thinking, I'm not using introverted feeling, and it feels cut off, and it feels stifled, and it just feels bad, so bad. But at the same time, I know that sometimes I feel like it's necessary just to get stuff done that needs to get done. And I'm just afraid to listen to my feelings, because feelings are not always the best way to, are not always the best judge, And I don't know, that leaves me feeling confused about what to do, because I've been told that for my personality type, I should listen to my feelings, but I'm not supposed to just listen to how I feel, I'm supposed to listen to what I think is right, or what I feel is right, rather than just what feels good. But I don't know. It just seems so mixed up. Because it's like what feels right does feel good. That's the point of feelings. Like, feels, It's just, is it just a concept of short term versus long term? Of satisfaction, like a deeper satisfaction versus just excitement or gratification. I think it's something like that, so I don't know. I feel like these things are being explained by people who don't understand them, which is part of why I feel the responsibility to write the blog post that I'm writing about INFPs, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm going through it, and maybe I don't understand it well enough, but then when I hear other people talk about it, I feel like I understand it better than they do, and there's things I could explain, maybe that would be helpful, but then I feel like I don't know if I can do it, or if I can explain it well enough, and I have a lot of negative feelings about my ability to express myself to people. So it makes me feel so defeated, like, it just feels impossible. A million things to do. Not that many, but they feel like a million. I feel so stuck. I feel like I can't do any of them because I can't do all of them, which I know doesn't make sense. It's not reasonable. I don't know whether to even post this video. Somehow I feel like I'm cheating myself when I make a video and I don't share it with anyone, because I feel like that's what I promised myself somehow by making it. And it's like a trick that I'm doing on myself just to get what I want out of it. Because I hope that maybe by doing it I can work out the problems and then get stuff done. And I'm not prioritizing myself. It's just so frustrating. Like, how do people get like this? How do people get like me? Like, it's not the priorities that I'm supposed to have, you know? Why isn't what I need what I really want? Because it doesn't feel like it is. It's not how I think. It's not. It doesn't feel like my underlying intention. And it's just so frustrating always having to feel so conflicted about things as far as what I want or what's good to do. It doesn't feel clean cut, doesn't feel certain. Even when I'm certain, I too many times I've found out that it was wrong, so it doesn't mean anything just to feel convicted about something. It doesn't mean anything. And it's like, I want to say that maybe I'd be happier if I didn't know that, but I know that's not necessarily true because I didn't used to know that, but now I do. Doesn't change anything. It's just how I act about it or how I deal with it or how I understand it. I feel like this video would be good for anyone. Sometimes these kinds of videos seem cathartic or validating, but at the same time there's no solution to it in the video and it's just negative. What if it just makes other people feel the way that I feel or remind them about feeling this way? I don't feel like I'm explaining anything or clarifying anything or making anything better for anyone. Dreadlocks, dreadlocks, dreadlocks. Well, if I end up posting this, I guess. Thanks for watching.